Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So we're on the Pioneer server and we have to talk about Valka in Endless Dream Realm, because Valka is actually a part of the top team that was found for the Sigmund Dream Realm boss. Now with her Supreme Plus skill upgrade boosting her damage from her ultimate, she actually is viable for Endless Dream Realm. Now this is only confirmed for Sigmund so far. She is also working in Blightshroom, but maybe not necessarily in the overall best team. I'm going to show you a replay of both of them. But this is interesting news and good news. If you've had Valka built or had Valka on your wish list for like the past couple of seasons, you probably have her up to Supreme Plus and you can take advantage of this skill upgrade. So this is just really interesting news. So let's go ahead and take a look at the replay of Sigmund. So first of all, Valka is going to provide a pretty big attack speed buff to all allies who she's adjacent to at the beginning of the match. And now with her Supreme Plus skill upgrade, based on the attack speed and haste she has, and that can be from herself, I think she buffs her own attack speed, but either way, the twins also are going to buff her haste. So any of these form of buffs are going to increase her ultimate damage, and her ultimate damage is the thing which deals the true damage. So basically, she's getting an amplification on her true damage from her ultimate. And the other interesting about Valka, you're going to see she casts her ultimate really frequently throughout the fight. It's not that she needs 1000 energy to cast an ultimate. She needs only around 100 or 200 energy to cast her ultimate. And so she's going to really be cycling it more rapidly than other heroes can, and all this haste buff from the twins is just perfect for her. So Valka is actually a good damage dealer for Endless Dream Realm now, and who knows, even for maybe for pre-Endless, because the true damage is also good for pre-Endless, and she's rivaling the damage of even Pheromore, which is very impressive. And also, of course, she's going to be giving that attack speed buff to your other allies and your hyper carries, and that can also be helpful. So this is just looking like really good news for Valka. Now the thing is, we know Valka's rate up return banner is coming back, and it's like kind of the perfect timing because it's right after her Supreme Plus skill upgrade is released. But the thing is, honestly, I think probably it's just better to pick her up on the wish list and gradually build her over time. We'll see exactly how meta she is. Like if she's just super meta and like super big score gapping other heroes, then yeah, I mean, you could maybe get a couple of hits of on the rate of return banner. But I think for most people who've been playing for a while, you should probably already have Valka near Supreme Plus already from your wish list. So here we have a Blightshroom team. Now Blightshroom, look at this. The damage output of Valka is pretty insane. Like, it's actually even out-damaging Alicet and Baerland, which is crazy. Now, this is not the confirmed best team for today so far. Rickettsia got a score of 169 billion, I'm going to show you. And Frosty, the legend, of course, himself, has gotten 175 billion. But we don't know what he is running. I don't know if he's running something like Mihira. That is something I've asked him, and hopefully I'm going to get a response soon. And if I get more information, I will update you guys on that. But for right now, 169 billion, rank 6 on the leaderboard in Blightshroom, as you see over here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at this replay. And the advantage here is like attack speed buffing your Baelran is going to increase Baelran's damage output. Attack speed buffing Alicet, that's going to increase her output, because like in Blightshroom especially, you're basically relying on normal attacks. I mean, Baelran can cast his ultimate, but that's a very exceptional case. So like being able to attack speed buff your allies is one of the best things you can do to increase their damage output. So this is again showing, and Valka, even in Blightshroom, because the thing about Blightshroom is the boss is going to deny your energy recovery. But Valka still has those counters. She can also release on a counter attack, she can like trigger her ultimate. We can look at her skills just to explain it in more detail, but also she has a low energy cost for her ultimate, so even though she's only getting up to 100 or 200 energy, it can be enough for her to actually cast her ultimate and cycle it, and so her damage output is even higher than other heroes here, which is crazy. So it's actually looking like Valka is going to be meta for at least what we've seen so far of the Endless Dream Realm bosses. Now again, we have to wait and see for more information. I will make an update like at the time of a rate up banner or like right before that. I will tell you basically my opinion on should you pull on the banner or not, how important, how meta she is. But this is looking like really good news for the players who already have Valka as Supreme Plus. Now the key thing about Valka is you'll want stats on her, right? And of course, most importantly, you'll want to get this attack speed buff. Look at this 80 attack speed buff. That's going to ramp up her ultimate damage further, because the Supreme Plus skill upgrade is a very insane effect. Her ultimate damage increases by 0.6% with each point of attack speed or haste. And like haste is going to come from the twins. Haste is going to come from your inbuilt just stats to begin with. Attack speed, I think you already have some base attack speed, right? if you look at your attack speed, okay, base 21% attack speed, and she's gonna further buff it up by potentially 80, but like definitely you'll want to have this level 3. So like everyone will need to have Valka plus 10 exclusive equipment. Plus 20 or plus 15 is only for more stats, so that's kind of like if for the whales. Plus 10 for everyone else. Supreme Plus with that skill upgrade, that's basically going to be the breakpoint for her. And look at this, more attack speed to further boost up her ultimate damage. Basically, she got a massive amplification of her ultimate damage, almost probably doubling or more her ultimate damage, which is putting it exactly where she needs to be to actually hit hard enough. And this was the crazy thing. When we first saw Valka's skill kit reveal like 2 seasons ago, her damage output from her ultimate is just really high. Look at this, 800% for each slash, and there are 3 slashes in total. That's very strong. If you take a look at it here, this skill consumes 100 energy and removes the enemy's panic status. So the only way, like, basically to trigger this, to cast ultimate, is you just have to have 100 energy, which is practically nothing. And then you also have to fully stack up panic status onto the target. After 4 attacks, the enemy is struck with a sudden fear of battle, entering a panic state, right? So that is what's happening here. So that is really interesting. But she also has a counter. Where is a counter attack showing here? Like, this is the attack speed buff to other allies. 50 attack speed buff, which is nice. But this is not going to be an attack speed buff for herself, but her attack speed buff from herself comes from this ability, the plus 10 of her exclusive equipment, and also her hero focus. So also on her exclusive skill, you see here, upon taking ultimate skill damage from an enemy, so like a boss as well, Valka instantly blocks the attack and becomes immune to damage. She then casts Blooming Terror on the attacker, which is this one, so a free cast without consuming energy or removing the enemy's panic state. Instead, she recovers energy as well. So, like, this is why Valka is actually gonna become kind of a beast. It's crazy. Because, like, 2 seasons ago, I was really hyped up about Valka with the high amount of true damage in her kit, and I thought that that was going to make her meta for Dream Realm. But unfortunately, the damage was just not quite there. It wasn't as much to, like, outperform other damage dealers, and she basically saw no use other than Ravage Realm. But this has been a massive amplification to her true damage, and this is what is going to be needed to actually make her meta, and she is meta so far in 2 bosses, which is kind of crazy. And we'll have to wait and see. Of course, don't get too like caught up in the hype. We will see in the next upcoming days, where the raid up banner isn't coming until Friday, right? And you even have up until Sunday to summon if you want to. So we will have plenty of evidence and time to make a decision and see how valuable she is. But like, I could make it, I see an argument for like getting Valka up to that Supreme Plus level if you don't have her there yet, by getting a couple of hits off the raid up return banner. It might not be a bad option, but like, again, Paragon upgrading, not a good idea. You can just pick her up from the season store, from your wish list, and like get her Paragon through over time. And again, it's just really that plus 10 exclusive equipment, Supreme Plus with the skill upgrade. That's what you want. That's a sweet point where she's going to deal a lot of bonus damage. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about Valka in the comment section down below. But it's just really funny to me that this Valka is actually becoming meta now, finally, 2 seasons later. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There is a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video in a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.